friends, it's Deanna here today, and on our last video I showed you how to make the cutest circle skirt, and now in this video I'm going to show you how we're going to hem it. So let's get to it. Hemming the circle skirt can be a little bit scary, especially because you have to make sure that it's even all the way around. And as you're going around, sometimes it feels like, whoa, I got really thick hem over here, really thin hem over here. How do I keep it all even? Okay, I'm gonna show you how to do that. We're going to do a 1/2 inch hem on the whole skirt, and I'm gonna give you a couple of options on how to get that great hem all the way around. The first thing I'm going to show you is how to use that double stick tape. It's a seam. Really, this is perfect because it's great if you're a little bit scared about doing that hem, and this one kind of does it for you. This is a 1/2 inch fusible tape. I'm just going to cut a little bit piece off, and I'm going to tape it around the whole edge of my skirt. Now I'm only going to show you a little bit here, but if I want to use that for the whole skirt, I would go ahead and tape it all the way around. And what I will do, this one, you can either use it as a base and you can just leave it without steaming and then remove it later, or you can go ahead and sew on top of it, or you can go ahead and leave it on and steam it, and it's going to be a permanent hold for your hem. So once that is on there, all the way around the hem, which I'm only doing a little piece, then now we're gonna go ahead and fold right behind it, right at that 1/2 inch that it gives you. So you're just kind of following. Now, one tip as I'm going around the circle is to pull on the skirt, kind of pull on it a little bit and make it go even. Okay, so sometimes as you're going around, you gotta kind of pull it. See how I'm pulling on it, stretching on it, making it be even? And here, I'm just holding it down. Now, if you're gonna sew over it, really that's all you need. You just need to hold it, press it down. It's like a tape. But if you're not going to hold on it, you're gonna grab your iron and you're gonna steam it, and it's gonna give you this permanent bond right here for the hem. Once, I know that it looks like it's got a little bit of wrinkles on it, but once you steam it, it sets right down. We're gonna go over to my ironing board now, and we're going to go ahead and steam, and we're gonna show you how I steam all the way around. And really what I'm doing, the trick I like to do is, like I said, I just pull on my skirt as I'm steaming. Now, you can use anything to hold these down. You can use pins or you can use clips. Now, I just got some Wonder clips, and I haven't used them very much, but I actually really like them because they are very helpful on holding down your fabric. So I do kind of recommend them if anybody was wondering if I like them or not. I do like them, but really you can do this just with your clips. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go ahead and pull as I go and clip. Now, I'm gonna go over to my ironing board and iron it first because I like to steam the seam before I go so it can be creased. That way when I'm sewing it, it won't bubble up like this so much because it will be straight right there. Now this part right here, once I steam it, it will be all the way down because of the fact that I use that tape, but this part I'm not using a tape for, so I want to go ahead and press it so it's down as we're going to sew it. Alright, now I'm really going to show you how to do that. So I've removed those pins, and now I'm just steaming over here where I put that tape, so I can show you how it sticks. Once it is cooled, which is really hot right now, so don't burn your fingers like I just did. So now that that's cooled off a little bit, it's really good and stuck on. So now we're gonna move on to so that's one option, and then you can go back and top stitch on that if you'd like to. But if you're not using that hem tape, we're going to still do the same thing as we're folding 1/2 inch. I don't really measure very much anymore. Shh, don't tell anyone. And then as I'm going around, I'm stretching to keep that 1/2 inch fold. When you stretch, it makes the fabric do kind of what you want it to do. So that's what I like to do. Now, as you can tell, it's still kind of sticking up a little bit because this is a Liverpool fabric. A lot of fabrics will stay down, some of them won't. So this is when you have to go ahead and put your pins in. But now at least you have that crease to help you as you're going to go over to your sewing machine and sew. You can do, like I said, the pins or the clips are fine. And I do love both. I use them for different things, for different options that I'm doing as I'm sewing. Okay, so let me go ahead and finish steaming around this area. Woo! I grabbed that pin. It's half melted. Make sure you don't do that. All right, now my skirt has been clipped all the way around. It is kind of wobbly, but I promise you, once we sew it on and we stretch it out, it will look great. Now, there's a couple of options for sewing a circle skirt hem. We can do a, well, we already did the seam tape, hem tape, I'm sorry. And then we can also do a cover stitch, which will do a double needle, or we could do a double needle on our sewing machine, or a zigzag, or some kind of stretch stitch on our sewing machine. And then also, shh, don't tell anyone I told you this, but since this is a looser fit at the bottom of the skirt, I have sometimes done a straight stitch on my sewing machine, but don't tell anyone that. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start by doing our stretch stitch on our sewing machine. All right, as I'm doing a stretch stitch on my sewing machine, I'm actually going to be doing, using a zigzag stitch. I'm gonna go over here where I left off from that hem tape, and we're gonna start right here, and we're gonna go all the way around. Actually, I'm gonna do it this way so I can see where I'm going. You can do it either way if you like to do it from the top or the bottom. And I'm going to, as I'm going to be stretching that fabric out a little bit so it can be straight. And I'm going right along that edge. And stretching it and going. And I'm gonna do a little bit more. Now, this will be your best option, I think, if you don't have a cover stitch or a double needle. That looks great, and it's got a good stretch on it. Like I said, sometimes I've done a straight stitch, and if I'm going to do a straight stitch, I'm going to make that straight stitch go a little bit bigger than what is already on my machine, and I'm going to do it at a 3.5. But again, that is the only reason why I'm doing a straight stitch on that is because of the fact that it's a loose bottom skirt. If your skirt is not loose, if you got a tighter fit skirt, you cannot do this because you will pop the stitches. I'm just doing a straight stitch and going around a little bit more. Plus, this is also a doll skirt, so she's not going to be doing very many splits. All right. There is my straight stitch. Not much of a stretch, but like I said, you're just going to be wearing it, so it's not going to be stretching very much anyway. Now the last option is my cover stitch, which is my favorite, or you can also do, sorry, there's another option. You can do a double needle, but I don't have one, so that's why I'm not showing you that one. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you my cover stitch, which is my favorite, and we'll finish up the skirt. Here we have my cover stitch. Now at the cover stitch, you do have to sew it from the top unless you want to be able to see your cover stitch seams from the back seams on the top, and that's a reverse cover stitch, and that actually looks really cute on some things, but I'm not trying to do that on this one. So we just go to the front and we match up to my 1/2 inch and go all the way around. Then we pull that out and we cut it off. Had to go grab my scissors. And this is what I love about my cover stitch. It's got that really nice edge on the back and a double needle point on the front, or triple if you want to keep the triple needle on your cover stitch, I'm sorry. And so that is it. Once we are done, remember to steam all the way around. Give it a good steam. That's gonna help a lot. And also remember to trim all your little tails. I did not trim those as I was sewing, so I'm gonna trim them now. And our skirt is hemmed. Oh, missed a tail. Okay, our skirt, missed another one. Our skirt is hemmed, and look at how cute that looks. I love it. I don't know, I like all of them. I like my zigzag stitch, I like my straight stitch. Again, don't do that for a tighter fitting garment. I like my cover stitch, and I like my seam tape. It works really great. So I hope this was helpful. Let me know which one's your favorite way of hemming. How do you hem? Let me know if you have any questions about anything that I did. Subscribe and comment if you haven't, so you can be entered to win the $50 Ellie and Matt gift certificate. That giveaway is monthly, so go ahead and do that. I hope this tutorial was helpful. Go check out the other video where I show you how to cut this cute little skirt. I hope you have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!